Hi, this is Fix My Fibro, and my name's Bernadette. So, today I want to talk about the half a dozen items that you can take as supplements to help stabilise your mast cells. They're all available over the counter just from your local pharmacy or chemist, and they all help to stabilise your mast cells. And I think in some of them we would be quite deficient, and I'll explain why. So, the first one is calcium, and I do a separate talk on calcium, but calcium, every time a histamine molecule attaches to a histamine receptor, it uses 4 calcium molecules. So one histamine uses 4 calcium molecules. It's very understandable to realize that you're going to become deficient in calcium over time if you don't have a high calcium diet and if you don't have enough calcium. So signs of low calcium are things like you will actually get muscle tiredness and fatigue on its own right from having low calcium. But things like hair loss can be affected by low calcium, really crappy fingernails, really weak, flaky fingernails. And you see it in imaging tests. If you have a bone density scan, you will notice your calcium will get really low if you have osteopenia or osteoporosis, because it will suck out, your body will recycle the calcium out of your bones once there's none left in your muscles, once there's none left in your, some in your hair follicles, in your nails. It'll take calcium from everywhere for this histamine problem because you don't have enough enzyme, the DAO enzyme, to process the histamines. The calcium is there constantly trying to attach these histamines to the histamine receptors, which are causing an exacerbation of your symptoms. So, like I said, the histamine receptors in your bladder makes you go urinate all the time if it's activating there. If it's activating them in your nerve cells, it's going to cause symptoms there. If it's activating them in your gut or in your lungs, causing wheezing or anywhere, so calcium as an extra supplement is critical. I've been supplementing 2 tablets of calcium, like a double dose, for the last 20 years now. I've been taking calcium and it makes a huge difference. So, and if I forget, I notice within a few weeks, I'm like, oh, I'm getting sluggish, my calcium's low. So calcium is one supplement you really must take, you should take. It also stabilizes mast cells. Magnesium is another one. Magnesium's beneficial for the mast cell stabilization, but magnesium also leaches excess salicylates. So if you have that excess leukotriene problem that I talked about in the last video, excess leukotrienes cause salicylate sensitivity and you don't process your salicylates. And so magnesium will leach out salicylates. So if you're having Epsom salt baths, it will help with getting the excess salicylates out of your body. The next mast cell stabilizers are vitamin C and vitamin D. Vitamin D is often included with calcium supplementation, so you might need to not to take it separately. You should always take them with a meal because vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means the vitamins A, D, E, and K are fat-soluble, which means you must have fats in your meal for them to be absorbed. So that's really, really important. Speaking of fats, or I'll just finish off the other vitamin-y thing, is zinc. Zinc is known to be beneficial to mast cell stabilization. I don't take a separate zinc tablet per se. I just take a multivitamin, a general broad spectrum multivitamin that has zinc included. And the last thing, it actually comes from fruit, but it's sold as a vitamin supplement. It's called quercetin, Quercetin. Quercetin stabilizes mast cells on its own and with all of these other things. So it is really important, I would say, to take it 3 times a day. There are research papers that say taking up to 2 milligram. It usually comes in a 500 milligram capsule or tablet. And having either 4 of those, with each meal and then at bedtime, or at least 3 times a day will help stabilize your mast cells. So these are all really important supplements to take. There are medications, but because you're not diagnosed with a mast cell disorder, you won't get that prescription unless your GP is willing to write you a prescription for the prescription drug, which is known as ketotifen, Ketotifen. Ketotifen is a mast cell stabilizer, but generally an immunologist would be the one that would prescribe that. Good luck. Good luck getting it prescribed by an immunologist, because most of the immunologists don't know how to diagnose MCAS or treat it. So get all the other things that you can get over the counter. The quercetin at that higher dose of the 2 milligram, along with the calcium and magnesium, will really help stabilize your mast cells. It's suggested that it takes about 6 to 8 weeks, but you might notice a benefit sooner. I live by this little model of supplementation, and it really does make a difference, because I hope now you understand why some of those things would be low in your body and that you would need extra supplementation for this mast cell stabilization. Thanks for listening.